Hello everyone, this is Aaron Johnson with the Johnson Racing Team bringing you a race today from Oxford Plains Speedway in Maine. Oxford Plains is a 3/8 mile flat track with very little banking and very short straightaways. This race was run during the 13th week of the 2003 Fanatec Street Stock Series. The cars in the 13th week were fully adjustable, so drivers were able to adjust these cars to fit their particular driving style. Let's go through the starting grid. Starting in position 19 was supposed to be Ricardo Pinheiro. Ricardo did not make the starting grid and did not complete any laps in the race, so Ricardo will not be shown on the telemetry after about lap 5. Starting in the 18th position in the 58 Steve Sims Tribute Camaro, this is Aaron Johnson. Aaron's going to show up on your telemetry as car 17, but on your screen he's going to show up as car 58. Starting in the 17th position, that's the DuPont Chevrolet of Sean Derryman. Starting 16th is the Fanatec car number 15 of Keith Anderson. Starting 15th in car 14, that's Justin Boone. Starting in the 14th position in car number 13 is the Burger King Chevrolet there of Andrew Lentini. Starting 13th in car 12, the iRacing Chevrolet of Cullen Hutchinson. Starting 12th in the Skull Bandit number 11 is Vincent Acard. In the 11th starting spot on the grid, the Flaming 10 of Donald Jacobs. Now to the top 10. In the 10th starting spot, the Flaming 9, that's Marty Hart. Starting on the 5th row inside, that's the Fanatec number 8, the Batmobile of Devin Brogdon. On the 4th row outside, that's the 5 car of Ken Blasky. 4th row inside, that's the Fanatec number 4 of Marcelo Chaita. On the 3rd row outside, in the Office Depot number 3, that's Mariano Andia. 3rd row inside, the Mountain Dew Chevrolet of Juan Yanez. 2nd row outside now, car number 1, Carlos Garcia. On the 2nd row inside is David Pratt in the 6, and the front row, on the front row outside, that's the Logitech 7 of Clive Davies. And on the pole, the 18 car, the Budweiser Chevrolet of Jay Downing. Let's go ahead and join the action. We'll watch from Downing's perspective as Downing and Garcia are going to bring them to the line. Pace car's in, Downing off to a slow start. Garcia really hammers the throttle. He manages to time the start perfectly, goes past the start-finish line as the flag falls, and it's Clive Davies taking a really quick lead over the 18 car of Jay Downing. David Pratt is 3rd, Carlos Garcia 4th, and Juan Yanez rounds out the top 5. Start out lap number 2 now. It's Clive Davies still the lead, followed by Downing, Pratt, and Yanez, with Garcia dropping back to 5th. This track is a tricky track to drive because of the curbs on the inside of those turns. Hitting the curb really upsets the car. A lot of people end up backward really quickly if they bump into the curb. Now we've got some action here. The 18 side by side with the 6 of David Pratt. 18 now on the outside. Looks like Yanez looking under the 18 as well. Downing up high. The 1 car of Carlos Garcia now beneath Downing as well. And they touch Downing off to the top of the racetrack up against the wall. That's going to take the 18 car out of the race. We'll go back up front. Clive Davies with the lead. As we look further back in the pack, we can see that Aaron Johnson, who started 18th, has already worked his way up to 12th. We're 5 laps in. Johnson has taken 6 positions. Here we are now, lap number 5. Clive Davies with the lead, followed by Pratt, Yanez, and now Marty Hart comes into the top 4, followed by Colin Hutchinson in 5th. Kenneth Blasky 6th, Acard 7th, Andrew Lentini 8th. Aaron Johnson is really working his way up through the field. Johnson now has moved all the way up to the 10th position, actually working now on the 13 car of Andrew Lentini. Johnson's moved all the way up to 9th here. 6 laps. Johnson's gone halfway through the field. Let's go back up front with Clive Davies. Davies now with a lead over Juan Yanez, followed by Marty Hart now. Pratt seems to have spun out or experienced some kind of trouble. So we've got Davies, Yanez, Hart, Hutchinson, and Vincent Acard now making up your top 5. Aaron Johnson has moved all the way up into the 8th position. Johnson seems to be the mover and shaker in this group. Let's go back and watch Johnson a little bit right along and see what we can see. Johnson working on the the DuPont 16 of Dairyman. Johnson now gets to the inside, goes past Dairyman. Johnson now takes 7th position. We're 9 laps in. Johnson's moved from 18 to 7. Clive Davies continues to lead. Let's go back up front with Davies. Davies now encountering some lap traffic. He's working on the 8th car of Devin Brogdon, trying to get past the Batmobile there. Johnson moves up into 7th place now. So Johnson now in the top 7. It's Davies, Yanez, Hutchinson, Hart, Akard, Blesky, and Johnson. Those make up your top 7. Let's go back and see what's going on here with Johnson, how he's doing in the crowd. Johnson now coming off turn 4. Woo! Narrowly misses the 18 car. There's a big crash back there. The 18 had spun out. Johnson with a little contact there, but it doesn't look like any serious damage. Johnson still running 7th. Back up front with Clive Davies. Davies also narrowly misses an accident here. There's action all over the track. Davies now runs up front. 2 car of Juan Yanez is a fair amount back. Yanez just now getting past the Batmobile in 2nd place. Vincent Akard in 3rd. Aaron Johnson now has moved up to 4th place. Johnson now running 4th. He's a considerable amount behind Clive Davies, but he is closing on the 11 car of Vincent Akard, the Skull Bandit. Johnson now looks to find his way around the lap number 4 car of Marcelo Chaita. A little bit of contact there. Lap cars need to either get out of the way or get moved out of the way, it looks like. Johnson wasting no time getting around the 4. Back up front here with Clive Davies. Davies running up front. He's followed by Juan Yanez, who's about 2 seconds back. Vincent Akard 4 seconds back. And Aaron Johnson now about 6 seconds back. So it's Clive Davies with the lead, 14 laps in to a 50-lap feature race here at Oxford Plains Speedway. Davies now looks to the outside of the lap car, David Pratt. He's got Pratt in his sights now, trying to make sure that he puts Pratt a lap down and manages to stay on the pace to hold off the Juan Yanez, Vincent Akard, and Aaron Johnson. Got a little internet lag here. Clive Davies continues to chase down the 8 car with Juan Yanez 2nd, Vincent Akard 3rd, Aaron Johnson running 4th. Johnson looks like he's closed in a little bit on the 11 car here of Vincent Akard. Johnson now has Akard in his sights, comes out of turn number 4 onto the front straightaway, and it's going to be Johnson now closing in on the 11 of Vincent Akard. Lap number 17 is in the books. We're going to be coming out of turn 4 here to finish up lap 17. Johnson now closes within a car length of Akard. Davies still with the lead. Yanez in 2nd. Johnson looks to the inside, being a little bit of patient here. He's going to let Davies come off the corner. Johnson looks to the outside now. Goes to the outside of Davies. Davies comes into turn number 1. Or sorry, I don't know what turn it is. Doesn't matter. Turn number 4. Johnson comes out of turn 4 past the start-finish line here now, right on Davies' back bumper. This is quite the race here. Johnson gets a wheel onto the curb. Davies doing everything he can to keep Johnson behind him. It's going to be Johnson and Davies running nose to tail here on lap number 19. Lap number 20 now beginning. Johnson goes down the back straightaway, looking again to the inside of Davies. Just doesn't have enough car to get it done at this point in time. Davies now comes out of turn number 4 onto the front straightaway. Johnson right on his back bumper. We finish lap number 20. And it's going to be Johnson and Davies still running 3rd and 4th. Sorry, Johnson and Akard running 3rd and 4th. Juan Yanez looks as though Yanez has stumbled a little bit here. And Johnson and Akard both go by Yanez. Now it's Clive Davies up front, followed by Vincent Akard and Aaron Johnson. Let's get back in the car with Davies. Davies running all by himself here, running a nice, clean, smooth line. It's Davies with almost a 4-second lead over Vincent Akard. Vincent Akard and Johnson now side by side. Johnson with 2 wheels underneath the curb. Akard turns back underneath Johnson here on the front straightaway. Looks to make the pass stick. Doesn't quite have enough car to get it done. Johnson and Akard still side by side as they come down the back straightaway now into turn number 3. It's Johnson and Akard running door to door as they come off of turn number 4 onto the front straightaway. Johnson now looks like he's going to take over 2nd place here. And it's going to be Davies with the lead, followed by Johnson and Akard. No, Akard sticks his nose underneath again. Johnson and Akard really putting on a show here. It's going to be Aaron Johnson in 2nd now. Akard catches the curb. It's going to give Johnson a little break. Aaron Johnson now takes over 2nd place. We go back up front. We're halfway through the race this time by. It's still Clive Davies with the lead, and a significant lead it is over Aaron Johnson. Davies now Going down the back straightaway into turn number 3, he's in front of the lapped 6 car of David Pratt, just behind the 9 of Marty Hart. Big crash here. It's the 3 of Mariano Andia getting airborne and rolling down the front straightaway. Down the back straightaway now, it's going to be the 7 of Clive Davies here. 24 to go. Davies leads, followed by Aaron Johnson, Vincent Acard, Donald Jacobs, David Pratt, and Cullen Hutchinson. 4 cars left here on the lead lap. Davies, Johnson, Acard, and Jacobs. The 2 car of Juan Yanez goes by Davies on the inside. Yanez having come out of the pits on new tires, and look who's here. It's Aaron Johnson, who is all over the back bumper of our leader, Clive Davies. Johnson turns to the inside, Davies to the outside, and it's going to be Aaron Johnson taking the lead here with 22 laps to go. Johnson running up front all by himself. Johnson now comes down into turn number 1, out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Johnson with the lead, and he's extending the lead now over Davies. Johnson leads by about 0.7 of a second over the 7 of Clive Davies. Johnson into turn number 1 now, comes through the center of 1 into 2. He's closed in on the lap car of Juan Yanez. Looks like there's an accident in the back. Don't know what that guy was thinking, driving across the track into traffic there. Johnson now looks underneath Juan Yanez. Yanez up high, Johnson low. They come down the front straightaway into turn number 1. 19 laps to go here. It's Aaron Johnson looking to the inside of the lap car of Juan Yanez. The 7 of Clive Davies now about 1 second behind. Boy, that was almost troubles. A 9 car comes up onto the racetrack out in front of the leader. I don't know what in the world he was thinking. Johnson narrowly avoids disaster there. So it's Aaron Johnson in first, Clive Davies second, Vincent Acard third, Donald Jacobs fourth. Let's ride along with Clive Davies. Let's see what Clive Davies is seeing. Davies with one wheel up on the curb here, comes out of turn number 4 onto the front straightaway. Car appears to be a little bit loose. You listen to the engine noise here, and now it pushes up into the middle of 3, in the middle of 1 and 2, back onto the throttle as he comes down the back straightaway. As you can see, there's not much of a straightaway here at Oxford Plains. Davies now comes out of turn number 4 onto the front straightaway here, 16 to go this time by. He can see Johnson out the front window. Johnson working on the 4 car. That's the lapped automobile of Marcelo Chaita. The lapped car of Juan Yanez is between Johnson and Clive Davies. Let's ride along with Vincent Acard, see what Vincent sees. Vincent Acard looks out the front of the Skull Bandit. He can just lay eyes on that 7 car Clive Davies. He sees Davies in the middle of a battle here with some lap traffic. We'll ride along with Donald Jacobs. Donald Jacobs all by himself here in the 10. Comes down the front straightaway into turn number 1. Jacobs now 7 seconds in back of the leaders. We'll go back up front. Crawling the car with Aaron Johnson. Johnson with a little bit of damage on the right front from that earlier incident. Now 13 laps to go. Johnson closing in on a victory here at Oxford Plains. The 5 in front of him there is Kenneth Blaski. Kenneth Blaski 9 laps down in position number 10. Johnson comes out of turn number 4 onto the front straightaway. There are 12 laps left in a 50-lap race here at Oxford Plains. It's Aaron Johnson with the lead, followed by Clive Davies, Vincent Acard, and Donald Jacobs. The Juan Yanez in the Mountain Dew Chevrolet is in 5th position now, 3 laps down. 4 cars on the lead lap here. Johnson, Davies, Acard, and Jacobs. Johnson has extended the lead over Clive Davies now to almost 4 seconds as Johnson closes in on the 6 of Pratt. He's going to try to get underneath the 8, the Batmobile of Devin Brogdon. Johnson now passing Brogdon, putting Brogdon 4 laps down. There are 11 laps to go. It's Johnson in the lead, followed by Davies, Acard, and Donald Jacob. There's Aaron Johnson in the 58. That's a Steve Sims tribute car. Steve Sims is a track champion from down in Austin, Texas at the Cotton Bowl Speedway. Sims has been racing stock cars off and on for the last 30 years or so. And this particular car is a tribute to the 2017 edition of the Steve Sims race team there at the Cotton Bowl Speedway. Sims, the 2019 factory stock champion at the Cotton Bowl. Johnson now, 9 laps to go, has a 4.5 second lead over Clive Davies. Vincent Acard running 3rd. Donald Jacobs in the 10 car running in the 4th position. Johnson now closing in on the 6 On the 6 car, that's David Pratt. Pratt 6 laps down, runs up high. Johnson goes ahead, goes by on the low side here, goes into turn number 1. Through 1 now into turn number 2. There's 7 laps to go in this 50-lap feature race for the Fanatec Street Stock Series. Johnson with a commanding lead, 5, now almost 6-second lead over Clive Davies. Johnson comes out of turn number 4 onto the front straightaway. 6 to go this time by. Johnson nice and smooth as he circumnavigates Oxford Plains Speedway. Johnson now comes out of turn number 4 onto the front straightaway. There'll be 5 to go this time by. 5 laps to go this time by. It's Johnson, Davies, Acard, and Donald Jacobs, followed by Juan Yanez, Devin Brogdon, and David Pratt. 5 laps to go in a 50-lap race. Johnson continues to move around the Oxford Plains Speedway at a high rate of speed. 4 laps to go this time by. Johnson just put David Pratt another lap down. Pratt must have had some kind of a mechanical failure. He is now 8 laps down. Kenneth Blasky in the 8th position is 10 down, so as is Marcelo Chaida. Carlos Garcia is 12 laps down. Only 10 cars remaining on the racetrack here, as attrition has become a real factor at Oxford Plains. 3 laps to go. Johnson with the lead, followed by Clive Davies, Vincent Acard. Johnson has put the 10 of Donald Jacobs now a lap down. 3 cars left on the lead lap. It's Johnson, Davies, and Acards. 2 to go this time by. Johnson looks underneath the 8 of Devin Brogdon. Looks like he's going to go on by the Batmobile here. 2 left this time by. Johnson, Davies, Acard. That's the white flag for Aaron Johnson. He's going to take the white flag. 1 lap to go here. Johnson now with a 12-second lead. Sorry, a 9-second lead over Clive Davies and an 10-second lead over Vincent Acard. Johnson comes out of turn number 4 onto the front straightaway. That's the checkered flag. Aaron Johnson with a win here, coming from 18th to 1st at Oxford Plains Speedway. Finishing up in the 2nd position, the 7 car of Clive Davies, followed by Vincent Acard in 3rd. The 10 car of Donald Jacobs in 4th, and the 2 car of Juan Yanez finishing up in 5th position. Boy, Yanez must be pushing like a bulldozer there. Goodness gracious, between the brakes and the wheel turns, that had to be a difficult car to drive. For the Johnson iRacing team, this is Aaron Johnson saying, go fast, turn left, have fun.